Hey, welcome back. Hope everybody is having a great Monday. And thank you so much for joining me talking all things Masters of the Universe or WWE Superstars line. And today on the channel, we're looking at the final figure of Series 6 or Wave 6 of that line. And we'll be taking a look at Hulk Hogan. We'll take a look at the figure in the packaging. Of course, he did come with a chase variant in this particular line. And we'll look at that version as well, including his Wave 1 variant from Hollywood Hogan. Take a look at the differences in the figure itself. All right, and of course, we'll do a recap of all the figures that have come out as part of Series 6. All right, and just do a little recap. Now, of course, if you are new to my channel or first time watching, I hope you will subscribe afterwards. I hope you'll hit that like button. And thank you so much for doing that. Hit that notification bell when you know you upload new videos. And please share this video who has a passion and a love for collecting all things Masters of the Universe or WWE Superstars line. Without further ado, let's take a look at Hulk Hogan. And of course, Hulk Hogan, I'm sure that for the most part, everyone knows who this iconic wrestler is. Multiple champion, movie star, TV star as well. So I hope that everyone, at some point knows, at least a version of Hogan. All right. And of course, this is the year of Hulk Hogan. Of course, Mattel has put out a variety of different Hulk Hogan figures throughout his this year, because I believe this is what is his 40th anniversary in the wrestling world. And I'm sure there'll be more to come. In fact, within two series from now, Wave 8, there are two other Hogans in the Superstars line. And like this version of Hogan, there was a chase variant as well. So, of course, Hogan is this is the year of Hulk Hogan. Okay, so here we go. Now, of course, let's do a little recap real fast of this line. Of course, we started off and we took a look at Bam Bam Bigelow right here. There he is. All right. Then on the channel, next we looked at this amazing version of Mr. Perfect right here. All right. Then a couple days ago, we looked at Roddy Piper. All right. And now we're looking at good old Hulk Hogan. And of course, I've said it before, but if you are new to my channel, I'm just an inbox collector from this line. But I'm also been very fortunate and very lucky so far to find these figures that are extremely hard to find. If you are a collector of this line, I've been very fortunate to find these figures out in the wild. Very rarely I had to use online methods to complete a series or a wave, but I've been very fortunate, and I'm very happy to just to get one of these figures in the collection. Finding two out in the wild is, for me, very hard to do. How hard it is to come across these figures. They're very, I guess, sought after, or just the distribution is just not great as far as these figures are concerned. But I was very fortunate to find not only this version of Hulk Hogan, which we'll take a look at, but his chase variant. And between the two figures, there are very little differences in the figure itself. There's just one difference between the chase and the normal variant, which I will show you in a minute. But let's take a look at the box art real fast, guys. Of course, you have the WWE Superstars logo. You have Mattel. You have that old school Vibe paint right here. Artwork looks amazing. There's a Hogan right there. There he is. It includes fabric workout gear. The crowd cheering behind him. And there he is. Oh, there's old Hulkster right there with his very bright red jumpsuit or workout suit. You have Hulkamania right there. Of course, if you hand me, if I was not a big wrestling fan, I'm pretty sure I probably would know what Hulk Hogan is. And if you hand me this, figure, I would probably tell you this is Hulk Hogan. You got the Hulkster, of course. That helps with the Hulkster bandana right there, the hot dog tan, very cool, soft, good fabric jumpsuit. You got the workout belt right there, and of course this is a full-on jumpsuit, okay, which is very unique. All right. You have the Hulk Hogan logo here, all right? Now, of course, to know this is the normal variant because of the yellow boots right here, okay? So this is the normal variant that came out. His regular outfit, his iconic look for over the years. All right, his yellow uh, trunks and of course yellow boots right there. Flip it back around right there. You have WWE Superstars. You got Series 6, Hulk Hogan rules. You know what you're gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild. On you. Very cool, iconic. Champion, legendary champion. Hall of Famer. There he is. Cross out. We looked at every version right here. All right. Of course, let's compare him to his Hollywood Hogan version that came out part of Series 1. And of course, Hulk Hogan was also a part of the WWE, the Masters of the WWE Universe. The only version of Hogan that came out in that particular crossover with He-Man was part of the Snake Mountain ring, which I do have, but unfortunately I wasn't able to. It's very secure in my collection right now. I'm going to keep it safe. But there was a Masters of WWE Universe version of Hulk Hogan, like I said, part of the Snake Mountain ring, and the only Hogan in that particular crossover event. But here is his Wave 1 variant from Hollywood Hogan. Right there. So they're both versions right there. Now, when it comes, with this version of Hogan, which changed the whole landscape in a way that put WCW on the map when he became the bad guy, was absolutely crazy. Becoming somewhat the leader. I think the leader of the NWO. Pretty much becoming the bad guy. Where kids looked up to him, for over years, and becoming that villain was a great turn. But I love, like, if I had to pick between both versions of Hogan, this Hogan right here from the '80s, and his look will always be an amazing, legendary, Hogan here. But out of the two Hogans, for me personally, NWO Hollywood Hogan will always be my favorite version of Hogan. Which was because you never expected it. You never, at least I never did, expected Hogan to be the bad guy, but out of the two figures here, you can see the similarities in the figures. In the face sculpt, one has more of that dark bearded shadow with the glasses, and Hollywood bandana. You got the belt here. It could have been nice if this version of Hogan would have had a championship belt included with him. Unfortunately, it did not. But it still has that same type of face. I'm going to back it up just a little bit. Sorry, it has the same type of face sculpt and look. And with this Origins line, you can mix and match. You can customize these figures. And I know this line is not for everybody. I get it. Being more of a He-Man collector, which I am. But this line also, serves time for me. Once, while I'm waiting for new Masters of the Universe figures to come out for Origins, Masterverse, CGI at the time, So this line also helps me, pass the time to, and this is still an amazing line. Like, this is an Origins-based line. I love it. Like with all Origins-based figures, you can, like I said before, you can mix match everything that you see with the He-Man Origins line, which is, vintage, to the Cartoon Collection, to the Turtles of Grayskull line, to the upcoming, Thundercats line. I'm sure, it has the same features and functions and articulation that this line also has and shares, and this line kind of is like the offspring in a way of the Masters of the WWE Universe, where you saw these wrestling figures in the World of Eternia in that type of crossover event. So very cool, very amazing. But if I had to pick between the two figures here of Hogan, this would be my favorite version so far that has come out. And I have no doubt that we'll probably get more versions of Hogan down the road. I mean, he's, like I said, an iconic figure of this wrestling universe. All right. Now, of course, I did say I did have the Chase variant, and I'll show you the differences. And I'm sure by now you already know the differences. So here is his Chase variant. Okay, and as you can see from the look at it, you can see it's the same exact figure. There's no differences. Okay, from the box art, from the figure itself. Of course, you can see he also comes with this wooden cross. It would have been nice to have more of a metal gold chain cross for him, but he's got more of the cross right there. Everything is the same, right down the middle. I mean, same artwork, box art, everything. Okay, the only difference between, and you got to have a key eye And some people were like, how do you know, if he's in a full tracksuit, how do you know which one's, the chase and which one's not, without opening the box? How do you do that? And by doing that is, of course, by the shoes right there. So you can see right there, he's got the blue shoes right there. So he's got the blue trunks, blue shoes. This is the chase variant right here. And I was very lucky, to find not only his like both versions of Hogan in my local Walmart area. So that's the only difference you can tell with the chase variants of this version of Hogan, if he has the blue shoes or the yellow shoes, basically. And that's how I know I have the chase variants right here. But even the back of the packaging as well is similar in style. There's no differences right here. Series 6, right there. All right, very cool. In fact, just like, Wave 5, Wave 7 included only 2 new figures in that line, with Roddy Piper and Hogan coming back again to, be a part of Wave 7 figures. So I feel like it wasn't like 6.5, and not really Series 7 figures. So yeah, so once we do that review of, Series 7, of course I probably have to do a recap of Piper and Hogan in that line. But the funny thing is, I never saw Series 7 Hogan and Series 7 Roddy Piper like we saw with The Rock. If you remember The Rock, and I think it was Macho Man was part of the duplicate series. I never came across, this version of Hogan and this version of Piper in Series 7, which I didn't need to, because if you remember, if you are collecting this line, that the figures themselves don't change, in between series. It's the same exact figure. Only difference is that the number, of course, in the packaging. One will say Series 6, one will say Series 7. But other than that, it's the same figure. So that's why I didn't really hunt for that version of Hogan and Piper in Series 7, because I didn't need to, because I already had them right there. So they're right here. All right. But there you go, guys. There's a look at the final figure of Series 6 of the Origins, of the SuperStars Origins line. Okay, let me know what you think of the final figure here. Let me get Hollywood Hogan in between these guys right here. Of course, like I said before in the beginning of the video, Hogan will return once again in Series 8, because in that line, in Series 8, was kind of the start of the year of Hogan, the 40th anniversary of Hogan. So that's why they put out another variant of Hogan. And like this version, like I said, of the Hulkamania version, we got a chase variant as well with Hogan in that variant. And of course, that variant is, for now, still at my local Walmart, even though there's been moved past. I think it's now in Series 12 now. So I'm hoping when the year ends, that particular Hogan from Series 8 will get clearanced out, and hopefully we'll get some new figures very soon for the SuperStars line. But there you go, guys. There's a look at the final figure of Series 6 right there. All right, guys. I'd like to take the time now, of course, to thank my subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. All right. Of course, don't forget to hit that notification bell when I upload new videos. And tomorrow, you know what? Of course, it would be all things Master Universe. We can, SuperStars line, Turtles of Grayskull line. I'm hoping to maybe do a follow-up video on my Vintage Grayskull maybe tomorrow. I'm hoping to get that Stranger Things He-Man 2-pack. He's on his way very soon. He's just around the corner. All right. I'm always looking an eye out for new figures like that. The final figure for Masterverse Evil Lynn. I'm looking, for her in anything Master Universe related. So I do hope you join me for that. So I'm hoping either to do a recap or a re-review of my Vintage Grayskull, because I think those final kind of pieces that I need to complete the Grayskull, it will be here soon on Tuesday. And I'm looking forward to doing that with you guys. Maybe doing a comparison between, of course, Vintage Grayskull to Origins Grayskull, do that. So I hope you guys will join me for that. So I hope you guys have a great Monday, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Take care, and have a good one, everybody.